And welcome back to another Saturday Elite 5 Minutes with me, Bev, and today's episode is a reality check. You cannot scale on chaos. I don't care how talented you are, how many clients you've got knocking on your door, or how hard you work. If your business is messy behind the scenes, growth will expose every single crack. And when those cracks show, it's not pretty. Clients notice, deadlines slip, stress skyrockets, and suddenly you sat there thinking, why did I even want to grow in the first place? And here's the truth, scaling does not magically fix anything. In fact, scaling is like turning the volume up on whatever's already happening in your business. If your processes are strong, scaling makes them more efficient. If your communication is clear, scaling makes your team more confident. But if your workflow is already a bit of a mess, scaling just makes that a bigger mess. Growth magnifies weaknesses. And I'll give you an example. I once coached a practice owner, a lovely person, super driven, clients loved them, but everything was in their head. No written processes, no set onboarding steps. Client work was done, but in a very seat of the pants kind of way, lastminute.com. They hit a growth spurt, took on 5 new clients, I think in 2 months, and hired a junior to help. Within weeks, it was absolute chaos, missed deadlines, duplicated work, the junior was confused, clients were chasing updates. Not because the junior was bad, not because the clients were being unreasonable, but because the system was already weak. Scaling just ripped the band-aid off. So when I work with clients who want to grow, I always say we stabilize before we scale. And there are 3 areas I look at first. Grab a pen because these are worth writing down. So number 1, your systems. Are your processes written down clear and repeatable, or is everything still in your head? If someone left tomorrow, could another team member pick up their workload without chaos? If you're reinventing the wheel every single time you onboard a new client or deliver a service, scaling will just multiply that inefficiency. So let's make it practical. Think about your client onboarding now. Is it a checklist? Are their emails templated? Are the documents and forms ready to go? Or do you find yourself writing that email from scratch every single time and hunting for the right attachments? So here's your goal. Get it out of your head and into a process. Even if it's not perfect yet, documented is better than not documented. You can refine it later. Number 2, team. Scaling means you can't do it all yourself. And it doesn't just mean handing over tasks. I mean truly empowering your team with the training, the resources and the authority to deliver without you micromanaging. If you're the bottleneck for every decision, you are the problem, not your team. And I see this all the time, that the business owners are the bottlenecks in their businesses. I once worked with a business owner who complained their team couldn't think for themselves. But when we dug deep, we realized they'd never clearly been explained the boundaries of decision making. The team was just scared to act without permission. They didn't know what to do. They were setting up to fail right from the beginning. And once we introduced clearer role descriptions, expectations and checking points, the whole thing changed. Suddenly the owner wasn't dragged into every micro decision. A weak team structure will buckle under the pressure of growth. A strong, clear one will give you more time to focus on actually leading the business. And if you're not ready to hire yet, start mapping out what you will hand over and who you'll need when the time comes. It's never too early for you to do that. Number 3, client experience. Your current clients are your biggest advert and the easiest source of future growth. But here's the danger. If they're not getting a consistent high quality experience now, more clients will just mean more inconsistency, and we do not need that in our lives. Walk through the client journey. How quickly do you respond to inquiries? Is onboarding smooth or clunky? Are updates proactive, or do clients have to chase you? If you spot gaps, fix them right now. One of my clients introduced a simple client welcome pack, a PDF outlining who their point of contact was, how to send the information into them, and what to expect in the first 30 days of working with them. The result was clients stopped asking the same onboarding questions and the team felt more in control. That's the kind of small fix that makes scaling easier later. And let's be totally honest, this part of business is not glamorous. You're not going to post on Instagram about finally creating a process map and getting hundreds of likes. but it is the work that stops you waking up at 3 a.m. wondering what slipped through the cracks. It's the work that lets you take a proper holiday without your phone buzzing every 5 minutes. And it's the work that makes growth sustainable instead of suffocating. So picture your business like a house. The foundations are your systems, the team and your client experience. If those foundations are rock solid, you can build as high as you like. But if they're shaky, it doesn't matter how beautiful the top floor is, eventually it's all going to wobble and topple over. And trust me, it's a lot harder to fix the foundations once you've built 4 floors on top. So your action step for this week is pick one of those 3 areas and audit it. Ask what's working, what breaks when we get busy, and what's missing. Then pick one thing to improve this week. That could be writing a checklist, creating a job role outline, asking clients for feedback. Small, consistent fixes now will save you huge headaches later, trust me. Because scaling isn't about doing more, it's about doing the right things better and then multiplying them. Chaos is not a growth strategy. Fix the chaos first and then grow with absolute confidence. And that's your Elite 5 Minutes with me, Bev, for this Saturday. Now go make your business scalable, not shakeable.